Hello, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So we have a question from
Okay.
Mr. David. Now,
Okay.
and can you hear me?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, my question goes like this. Okay, why is that? I think you're a lecturer, right, sir?
He is. He is.
Okay, okay. I want to
Yes,
hear a
I am.
question.
I want to ask a question.
When I was in uni, then my only level to third level it was basic borrowed course. So when you get to the foreign level, it was meaning our course, but we didn't actually understand it very well. After all the paparazzi in the school and all that. So I walked up to my lecturer that what is that? Is it now teaching us our basic course, not from 100 level till now. But me, I don't know anything about I studied zoology as a whole, zoology. Like I'm not that good in what I'm doing. But like I just keep going, just trying. Okay, I say, okay, I had a mistake. Like, I have carryover in one course, which is a bubble course. It's not meant for departments. So asked me to sit over again for the course. So I have extra semester for it. So I never got my lecture. That my favorite lecturer, Professor Owa then. I'm like, okay, fine. How would I go about it in the future? What would I do this course I'm doing now? How would I want to become? Like, what do I want to become in this course I'm doing? And I said, you can go for agric, go for farming, go for any other courses. And I said, okay. But now I'm not doing my business, JJ and JJly. I'm actually trying my businesses. So I few of my classmates that are gurus in the department then, but now they're not doing that course to it. Some of them into bakers, catering, hairdresser, and all that. But they're actually doing wide and fine. So what would that become in future? Like, okay, this at least they're supposed to teach us the basic stuff in departments, not when you're about to leave the school, foreign level. Not teaching us what's the basic on. So I don't know. That's my one question. And my two question goes to you again, sir. My question is like, okay, my nephew, he just graduated from secondary school. So I was okay, fine. No, maybe we should go for trading, maybe just go and learn something. Maybe Baba or that thing. Said no. They want to go into tech. And I called him like, okay, fine. Are you sure that you want to go into tech? He said that yes, that is sure of going to tech. I was like, okay, I'm trying to convince. I don't want to force him to do what they want to do. That's okay. Anytime I called him that, are you going for classes? Do you go for class yesterday? He said I went. Are you sure? Because when I'm not living with them. I'm like, are you sure that this money that's spending is a lot? Almost 500 plus. That is a lot of money. I don't want you to waste the money. Oh. Please just tell me now. So that I'm trying small. In that aspect, what will I do in that aspect? Because the money you're actually spending is a lot. I don't want him to waste money and his time. So I wish he's even in this what's it called, this conference. I'm so happy, but he's not here to listen to what you're saying. So I don't know. So that's my question. And my third question is, please, what is the title of the movie you just said? The title of the movie. That's my last question, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you for your question. So, your first question is just questioning the school system, the flaws of the system, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I was telling some of my students recently that, the school system itself just is a test of retention, not a test of when we give you examination, is a test of retention. So I come to class, I teach you. Do you remember what I taught you? So that's why I give you a test. That's why I give you examination. Do you remember those things I taught you? It's a test of retention, not a test of competence, right? So I mean the practical applicability of knowledge. That's competence, right? And most of our school systems, what we do throughout school is we test your retention, right? So you sit down for a test, sit down for examination, and after test and examination, we'll give you a certificate that, all right, this person has been able to pass our test and examination, and we deem him fit for work for the workspace. But you find out that if you now go into organizations, that's why no matter how intelligent you are, when you get to a firm, they do what they call induction for you. Now, during the process of induction, they need to train you in their operations, in their systems of operation, how to do the work correctly, right? Because they know that the educational system does not train you for competence. It does not teach, or how will I put it, does not test you for competence. Rather, it tests you for retention. So there are many things that, how will I put it now, that are part of our course or curriculum that are just waste of time, right? Pure waste of time, right? They are total waste of time. Basically, you don't do an apprenticeship and your boss will just be giving you, dictating notes and telling you to take notes, and you understand what I'm trying to say, right? It
Yeah,
will
I get
teach you
you,
how
sir.
to, it will teach you marketing. It will send you on errands. It will tell you to, in short, that's why apprenticeship is more difficult. Why? Because they will use you.
So
And
there's
so
a,
it's
there's a time
there's
like
a time
when I
like
was in
when I was
school
in
then,
school then,
my
right?
friend and I
My
was
friend and
like,
I was like,
my
my
project
project
scores
scores
200
200
plus.
plus. Mm.
And I was like,
And I
okay,
was like,
fine.
okay,
Out
fine.
of
Out of
from other
from
level to
other
this
level to
time,
this time,
if I just gather
if I
the
just
money,
gather the money,
my house
my
rent,
house
my school
rent, my
fees,
school fees.
and this project fees. Let me just start up something nice, something good for myself. At least by now, I've made it by now. Because I have a friend of mine, she didn't go to school and she's making it now. She didn't go to school, she's making it now. I was like, I just wasted my 4 years in university. I'll just feel that way. And like my lecturer, like, okay, fine, this is what happened to me. Ah, don't worry, didn't waste your time in university. At least you still have brain, like you still like you meet new people, new family, like at least when you get me to talking about schools, you to be talking about schools as well. Will not feel left out. So I was like, okay, fine. Actually, man actually convinced me, because he convinced me that year. I was like, okay, that's good. At least I still have something. I still have my certificate with me. I still have something. So that's it, sir.
Okay, like I said before, school is not bad, right? Generally, it's not bad. It gives you its own system of education. It gives you education at the level that it can educate you, right? So there's a difference between you and somebody who didn't go to school at all, right? There's some level of understanding you have, analytical knowledge you have, how to analyze, and now all of those things that school will afford you, that somebody who does not have those basic, education may not have if they do not self-learn, if they do not self-educate themselves. Take for example, like the story I shared with you about what's his name, about Thomas Edison, right? His mother had to homeschool him. Somebody like Ben Carson, his mom as well had to homeschool him and his brother as well, right? So it's not complete. We are not completely undermining the school system. What we are trying to say here is there is more to, there is more to learning than what school offers, right? There's more to learning than what traditional school offers. So why school may give you analytical knowledge, analytical skills, you know how to analyze, you know how to read questions, you know how to, analyze things and then provide answers and all of that, right? But then you must go through the process of self-educating yourself, self-learning, self-educating yourself. Now, like you made mention of your brother as well. Now, even though he's learning tech from whatever school or whatever platform he's learning from, that's still a traditional kind of learning, right? It's still within a school system. It's still within so it may not be in school, but it's still traditional learning. Self-learning is beyond what you are being taught. Self-learning is first you having a dynamic mindset, a dynamic approach to learning, right? So it is
Yeah.
you saying, this is my pursuit. This is what I want to learn. Now taking the time, diving deeper, diving hard. I mean, is you giving yourself completely to it. So beyond what your trainer teaches you, you're doing research, you're studying, you're learning, you are going deeper, you are taking further courses, you are learning, you are taking free courses, learning those things and expanding your horizon, expanding beyond. So a person can go through traditional learning, right? Can be a medical doctor, go to traditional learning, but you learn beyond, what you're being taught in class. You see beyond what you're. So I recently saw the story of this man, Mr. Hong Chan, is a Chinese immigrant in the USA, right? In the US, and when he came to the US during the time of So it was a time whereby the Chinese were the CPC government stopped education in China, but he was able to escape, and then he came to the US and got a scholarship to Harvard. Finished from MIT too. Finished from MIT, has a MIT degree in ophthalmology. He's an ophthalmologist. So finished school, finished medical school, and all of that. But then he said at a particular point he felt unfulfilled, right? And so he began to make some research and trying to work on himself. And one day, because he eventually became a Christian, one day the Holy Ghost just ministered to him that, I mean, why can't he create something, do something that, I mean, can heal blind eyes, that can fix blind eyes? And he was like, wow, it's a nice idea, but how would this, how would this happen? Like, how is this possible? So the Holy Spirit began to help him, and then he began to make research, until he finally found out something now, which was in a fetus. Fetus, every human being, and an adult human, when you cut yourself or an injury, that injury heals with a scar, right? After the injury heals, there's a scar there. But when babies in the womb, fetus in the womb, when they have any incident and maybe something happens, they don't heal with a scar, they regenerate. So the process of regeneration happens within that baby, so you don't see a scar on them, right? Regeneration happens, and this is made possible because of the placenta, right? The umbilical cord. So there are stem cells in the umbilical cord that regenerate constantly. So, and when the human eye damages, any damage happens to the human eye, it heals with a scar. So it is that scar that now causes blindness. So he was now like, okay. So he now began to started his experiments, went to the hospitals. Mothers, after they give birth, he begs for their placenta for a research purpose, and they give out to him. And that was how he was able to develop a thin film, right? That was placed in the eyes of people who are going blind, I mean, who have damaged eyes. And I mean, tremendous results. And to the extent he didn't patent his work, right? Because after your such great inventions, many people patent their works, and if you get a patent, it's for 5 years, right? After for 5 years, nobody is able to use that work, and then you need to, before you can get such a treatment, it would cost thousands of dollars, which will not be very visible for regular people. Like recently, it was the cure to HIV has recently been discovered, right? And the person who discovered it has patented his work, and I think the treatment for HIV now is over $100,000 or so for a person to be treated. So it's the high class that can get that treatment, right? That is made available. So after 5 years, that treatment will be circulated. So, but when he made that discovery, he just put it out in the public, and he's training over thousands of doctors every year, yearly, on that innovation. I can't really recall his name, but I recently listened to his podcast, right? So, as I was saying, you can go through the traditional education, right? The traditional system of learning, but one other thing you must do is you must self-educate yourself. You must self-learn, and it's a rigorous process, right? It's a rigorous process. But I think that's the best that I can just explain on that. Thank you very much. And then the movie I mentioned is The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you so much, sir.